Hey ladies, it's me, Sandra. I'm not coming to you guys today with the TTC update. I am coming because I need to vent. And the only people that I can vent to is you guys, because nobody else knows that I am trying to conceive. So you remember when I posted in my last video that I was getting ready to start cycle 2 IUI, but learned that the insurance company had denied it? Well, after the video posting, it turned out that I was not denied after all. The insurance company actually called me back that day and told me that it was not denied, it was actually pending. They sent my clinic a request for additional information, and they were awaiting the decision from them in order for them to make their decision. So I called the clinic. This was on Tuesday. I called the clinic and I spoke to a nurse, and I told the nurse that what the insurance company said. She said that they were going to look into it and get back with me. They didn't get back with me until Wednesday. Some other nurse ended up calling me back. And this nurse was still insisting that the insurance company denied the request. Then she went on to say that they couldn't go forward with it anyway because the doctor had left out of town, and he had put in my notes in my chart that he wanted to have a consult with me before we move forward with the next treatment. I'm trying to figure out, why is this information in my chart, but it was not related to me? You know, he and I did not discuss any consult before we moved to the next treatment. The last discussion me and this doctor had was that we would try the IUI 3 times before we move on to in vitro. We didn't have no discussion that we had to talk in between treatments. And even if we did have to talk in between treatments, my cycle started on Monday. Now, granted, I did not know Monday they were closed because I was told they're open 7 days a week. And they didn't get back to me until Tuesday. But the doctor didn't leave out of town until Wednesday. So if he had to see me in order to start a new treatment, then he could have saw me before he left out of town. He could have saw me Tuesday, or he could have saw me Wednesday, because I was told he did come into the office on Wednesday. He just left out of town after he left the office. So that's strike one. Then I just left it alone because I saw that I wasn't getting nowhere with these nurses, and I just feel, okay, fine, I'll just wait for the doctor to come back, and him and I just gonna have a big conversation. He ain't scheduled to be back till Monday, and that's when my appointment is scheduled. Turns out I get a call from the insurance company today. They called me to let me know that they were sending out my medication expedited. I said, medication? Medication for what? And they said, for your IUI. And she's like, didn't you know that we approved your IUI? I was like, no. She said, well, we approved your IUI yesterday, and today we're approving for the medication to be sent out expedited. I said, really? I said, because I ain't heard anything. And she said, well, call the clinic and make sure everything is still on. So I goes and I call the clinic. I'm calling them all day. I'm sending the messages through the portal. They not responding. So finally I got in contact with somebody probably about 1 o'clock this afternoon. And the nurse is going to tell me, well, it's too late. You're already on cycle day 5, and you didn't have your test and your ultrasound done, and we have to have that done from either cycle day 1 through cycle day 3. Let me remind you, I was scheduled to come in on Wednesday, even though you guys knew that my cycle started Monday on Tuesday. Okay? You scheduled me to come in on Wednesday. The original schedule was for me to come in to have the beta, and to have the ultrasound, and to have the blood work for the IUI. They turned around and sent me a message and told me that they couldn't do the ultrasound or the IUI blood work because the insurance company denied the IUI. So the only thing I will be doing will be the beta, and that I had to schedule an appointment to come in and do a consult with the doctor. I said, well, if all I'm coming in is to have a beta, and I was almost sure I wasn't pregnant, I said I might as well wait till my appointment to do the consult and do the beta the same day, because that's a nice little drive, and I didn't want to be driving up there twice if I didn't need to. So that's what we decided to do. So now they gets the approval on yesterday. Never did call me and tell me about it. I found out through the insurance company. Then when I called them today, oh, it's too late because we didn't get the stuff done. I said, you know what? If you guys would have just submitted the information that they requested when they requested it. I even told y'all that they submitted some information to be returned back to them. This was on Tuesday. Then she went in to talk about, well, Dr. Karande already said that he wanted to see you first. You had plenty of time to talk to Dr. Karande before he left out of town and asked him, you know, can we move forward with this? But no, you guys insisted on believing that the insurance company denied it, so you just kicked it to the curb. I told that lady, I am 45 years old. I do not have cycles to be wasting every time there's some type of miscommunication. This is the second time this have happened with this clinic. And both times it had to do with a consult. The first time it was because I didn't do the nurse's consult. Now I done do the doctor consult. I have headed to the top of my head with this clinic. I am done. I called that insurance company back. I said, can you please give me a list of any other doctor that I can see that's not in my immediate area, because I don't want to go to a doctor that's too close with anybody and be all in my business. I found the doctor that's about an hour and a half drive away from me, and I don't even mind driving there, because sometimes when you want to get things done and get it done right, you have to travel. And I did a little background on this particular doctor and learned that he's a well-known endocrinologist. He has books out and he has videos out. And I went and read his reviews, and I was so happy when I saw so many reviews from women over the age of 40 or 40 and over. Now, this doctor I'm currently seeing, I didn't see one review from no woman that was age 40. But this doctor that I'm interested in, he had a lot of reviews from women 40 and over. And these were women that conceived with him. A lot of them stated they conceived with the first IUI or the first IVF. Even one lady said she came all the way from out of the country, and she was told she had to use donors. But when she came to him, he helped her conceive without using a donor. So I like to hear reviews like that, because that means there's a doctor out there. And thing about this doctor young. According to his age, he's only a couple of years older than me. So sometimes these younger doctors are more knowledgeable than these older doctors, because these older doctors are still stuck in the old times. These younger doctors, they know all the latest technology and the latest skills and the latest treatment plans, where these older doctors really don't know. So I'm kind of happy with what I'm hearing about this doctor so far. I'm planning on trying to go and look for some of his books at the library this weekend so I can get a little bit more history of him. But I've already made my appointment with him. My appointment is at the last week of this month, which is going to work out perfectly, because I am inspecting my cycle at that time. And hopefully he and I can have that consult, and I can get started on my cycle at the same time, because I cannot deal with this clinic that I'm at any longer. Matter of fact, even if I use a donor egg, if I continue to stay with this clinic, I will never get pregnant, because this place always keep me stressed out. And they say when you're trying to conceive, you cannot have stress. But yet they always keeping me stressed out. So I can't take this no more. I got an appointment on Monday with them, which I'm going to go to. And the only reason why I'm going is because I have to get that beta test knocked out. The only way I'll be able to move forward with anything else is to get that beta test over with. And I want to let that doctor know how I feel to his face, and let him know that he would not have to worry about seeing me again, because that will be my last visit to them. So I thank you guys for sticking in with me and following me and listening to me vent. I don't have nobody else to vent to because I haven't told nobody, what I'm doing at this point. So I can only vent to you guys. But just continue to keep me in your prayers, okay? Just continue to pray that, I have a little peace of mind this weekend. Pray that things work out for me in the future. I am just really hoping and praying that in the next couple of months, I will be carrying my little bundle of joy. And I can't wait to share with you guys, okay? Thank you. Bye.